All right, something else to spoil you rotten then. I've been joined in the studio by Ashley Fuggle, who's going to talk to us about the Doctor Who 50th anniversary. Good afternoon, Ashley.
Good afternoon, Tom.
How are we doing? You okay?
I'm fine, thank you very much. You?
Good stuff. Right, really good, thank you. Now, obviously, we've got this event coming up. Just tell us a little bit about what the event is so that people can obviously come along and when and where it's going to be.
Well, it's been 50 years since the first programme of the Doctor Who was aired, and on the 23rd of November, which is a Saturday, the special programme is going to be televised on TV, and everybody around the country who is a big fan of the Doctor Who is going to be celebrating it too. There's a great big event going on in London, and we are trying to make a small part of contribution towards this event in Folkestone itself.
Fantastic. Now, obviously, we mentioned it briefly earlier, but can you tell us the date, the time, and whereabouts people can get involved?
Okay, it is Saturday the 23rd of November. We're going to be starting, I should probably be there at 10 a.m, but the main people that are going to be arriving will be at 11 a.m. till 4 o'clock in the afternoon. There'll be some vehicles arriving with some Daleks, which will be fun. Fantastic.
And obviously they can't get over the curbs, can they? So they've got to get there somehow. And that's going to be
Yes.
in Bouverie Place in Folkestone Town Centre, isn't it?
Bouverie Place is going to be where we're mainly based, where we shall have some statics as well as K9, and we will also be moving around the town. We'll be in Guildhall Street as well, trying to drum up a few people to come and have some photographs taken with us.
Fantastic. And then we mentioned what it's all about, like in terms of why we're doing it, but what is it that you do it for? Why are you doing this event here in Folkestone?
Well, I do this anyway as a hobby with a lot of colleagues of mine, and there's quite a few people in the local area and Folkestone that do a lot of what they call cosplaying, and we wanted to get together as local people in the southeast just to celebrate the event ourselves, and a lot of us haven't got tickets to the main event in London, so we're going to do it ourselves. So we decided to get together and put our costumes on, get some more people coming together and joining us, and to do it we thought, well, let's make some money at the same time for a local charity, which is the Folkestone Rainbow Centre. So us all together having a bit of fun and raising money for a local charity at the same time, we thought would work very well.
Yeah, what more could you ask for? Now, you've mentioned to me whilst we were off there, you've raised quite a substantial amount of money for charity in the past 2 years, haven't you?
Well, that's right. Over this past year, early this year, I started to get a costume for myself, and I joined a group called the Iconic Legion, and they are great people, and they have all sorts of costumes, right down from the X-Men to Iron Man, Joker, Star Trek, Star Wars, and even the Grinch we have going around with us now. And boy, what fun he is.
Fantastic.
And we go around the country raising money for all sorts of charities, and our charity has reached £21,000 over 2 years. And last Sunday we was actually in Leicester Square raising money for the Poppy Appeal, and that was great fun, just being in London itself with all these costumes and being mobbed by people wanting pictures taken, and we raised quite a bit of money too.
Brilliant. Now, you mentioned that obviously most of this event is for the Doctor Who, because it's the 50th anniversary of the first televised programme. Now, have you got a favourite Doctor?
Well, I've got to mention first, my suit actually goes back to the 1980s. So Colin Baker is one of my old favourites, but I think the one that's actually brought the Doctor to the younger generation of today has to be David Tennant.
Of course, yeah. That's the first time I watched Doctor Who was David Tennant. Yeah. And you got to admit, I think he's the best one.
Oh, he is good. It's taken someone to try and fill his shoes. You know, it's been very hard. But to me, David Tennant was absolutely amazing, and obviously Billy Piper too. I think the two worked together.
Yeah, really well. Now, we mentioned again whilst we were off air that you've got quite a general day job as it goes.
I have,
and your evening job's a little bit more unusual, isn't it? Can you explain to us what you do in the evenings?
Well, my other hobby actually is astronomy.
Right, okay.
But and in the evenings, and I do like to get my costume all ready and go out to these events. So it's mainly weekends, really, is what I try and do with my hobby, and dress up and do cosplay.
Brilliant. Now, you've got a little bit of a alternative personality, haven't you?
Okay, yeah. As me, as Ashley Fuggle, I'm normally a quiet person, and I don't say too much, but as soon as I put the costume on and I've got the helmet on and the voice working, I've got a cooling system as well in there because it gets very hot.
Fantastic.
I just change. I have an alter ego, aka Ash Cybershock. That's Brilliant. Me. And as soon as I'm on there, be aware that I won't delete you, because that's not what we do. My costume actually upgrades you.
Wow. Fantastic. Like that. Now, just quickly go over the details again. So, Bouverie Place Shopping Centre and just around the Folkestone Town Centre in general, from 11 until 4 on the 23rd of November.
Yes, correct.
And it's all about the Doctor Who 50th anniversary, 50 years since the first programme was televised.
That's correct.
And on the 23rd, there's going to be a special televised programme, I believe, as well.
There is, yes. The programme, I believe, if I'm not mistaken anyway, it's around about 7 o'clock. And there'll be lots of other live events going on around the country as well. But we're all looking forward to seeing what they've done and joining all the Doctors together, which will be quite surprising. And a lot of the storyline is already out. If you look on Facebook and everywhere, you can see lots of things going on, but they're keeping a lot of it secret. But a lot of the Doctors are joined together, coming back, and also that the future Doctor will appear.
Exciting. Now, talking about Facebook, what contact details can people use to get a hold of you if they've got any questions or just want to reiterate some of the details at all?
Okay, if they want to talk to me personally, they can locate Ash Cybershock.
Cybershock.
They can find that's my alter ego, or they can email me as ajfuggle@hotmail.com. And I can give them any information they want. Or have a look at events around the local area. If you have a look on Facebook, all the events sites around the local area, I am putting posters in and keep ramming all this information into people so they can find a poster somewhere.
Brilliant. Well, Ashley, thank you very much for coming to talk to us today about the event. And hopefully we'll be seeing you down there on the 23rd of November.
We'll have fun. But everyone, come in and join us in costumes. Come and see a Dalek.
Brilliant.
Come and see Cybermen.
Come see a Dalek or two.